Welcome to Staff Selection Commission coaching here. So the topic which I'm going to take here is time, speed and distance. Okay. So the first thing is, how will you calculate distance? So distance is calculated by what? So when you multiply speed and time, you'll be getting distance. For example, a person is moving at a speed of 70 kilometer per hour. So what does this indicate? Kilometer per hour. He's moving at a speed of 70 kilometer per hour, which means for 1 hour he travels 70 kilometer. The meaning of this is, for 1 hour he travels 70 kilometer. So with this 70 kilometer, he is traveling for 5 hours. With this 70 kilometer speed, he is traveling for 5 hours. So how much distance he would calculate here? He would have covered. So it is like speed into time. So speed is 70 kilometer. So time is 5. So distance covered by him is 350 kilometer. So from this I can tell distance can be measured by product of speed and time. So look at here. A simple way to understand the formula here. So just draw a triangle here. So one is divided into 3 parts. This is distance, this is speed and this is time. So if we want distance, you can just multiply S and T here, speed into time. So if you want time, this part here, if you want time, look at here, distance by speed. So I can tell time is equal to distance by speed. In case if you want speed, what can you do? So speed is equal to distance by time. Only one basic formula. It is distance equal to speed into time. With this we can find the time as well as speed. So that's the formula. So next we can see about the units. So how do we measure time or distance and speed? So look at here. How do we measure distance? So distance can be measured using meter, kilometer and then miles. So meter, kilometer and then miles. So what about time? How do we measure time? So time can be measured using seconds, minutes and hours. Okay. Seconds, minutes and then hours. So what about speed? How can you measure speed? What is speed here? Speed is distance by time. So what happens here? Look at here. Speed is distance by time taken. So meter per second and then kilometer per hour. So distance can be measured using meter per second and kilometer per hour. Okay. Next important thing is, we can see how to convert. It is the conversion part. So how will you convert kilometer per hour to meter per second? Normally how can we convert? So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Normally 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So what about hour? 1 hour is equal to how many seconds? 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Okay, let me write here. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. So okay, 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So what about 60 minutes? 60 minutes is equal to 60 into 60, which is 3600 seconds. So from this I can tell 1 hour is equal to 3600 seconds. Now what can you do now? Strike out 2 zeros here and divide by 2 table. 2 5s are 2 18s are. So while I am converting, what I am getting? So kilometer per hour, when I am converting, it is like 5 by 18 of meter per second. Okay. Normally, if I am having here 72 kilometer per hour, so how can I convert this one into meter per second? Means just multiply 5 by 18 here. So just multiply 72 into 5 by 18 to convert into meter per second. So what happens? 18 ones are 18 4 times, 5 fours are, which is 20 meter per second. Okay. So the important thing is, when you are converting kilometer to meter per second, you have to multiply by 5 by 18. Now what happens here? Here we are having a vice versa. So what you can do? You are going to convert meter per second to kilometer per hour. How can we convert meter per second to kilometer per hour? So what we have done here, kilometer per hour to meter per second means multiply by 5 by 18. So when converting vice versa means multiply 18 by 5. So when you are converting meter per second to kilometer means multiply by 5 by 18. So next is an important concept here. So look at the concept. When speed is constant, when speed is same, constant means it's same. When speed is same, the distance is directly proportional to time taken. So when speed is constant, distance is directly proportional to time. Okay, look at here. Next, when time is constant, time is same, so distance would be directly proportional to time taken. Okay, sorry, distance directly proportional to speed here. Distance directly proportional to speed. Look at next one here, the third one. When distance is constant, when distance being the same, I can tell speed is inversely proportional to time. This is the most important concept, ma. So when distance is constant, speed is inversely proportional to time taken, which means if speed of a person increases, if it's going at a top speed, then what happens? The time taken to reach the destination decreases. Okay. For example, if speed is decreasing, person going at a lower speed, then obviously time taken to the destination increases. He takes more time to reach here. So this is called speed is inversely proportional to time taken. If one increases, the other one decreases, and vice versa. Okay. So look at here, one basic example based on those concept. So when distance is constant, so what can I tell? Speed is inversely proportional to time, which we saw previously. Now look at here, speed ratio of A and B. So A is to B. The speed ratio is 3:4. So they are asking what is the time ratio? What is the time ratio? Here they have not mentioned about distance. So which means distance is constant. If we are having different distance means definitely they would have mentioned here. Okay. So here we have to assume that distance is constant. So which means speed would be inversely proportional to time taken. So what can I tell? A speed is 3. So inversely means 1 by 3 here. What about B here? B would be 1 by 4. Then what happens? 4 would come here, 3 would go there. So the time ratio would be 4:3. Or simply I can tell, if A is to B is 3:4, the speed ratio. What about time? Vice versa. It is 4:3. Okay. If speed ratio 3:4 means time ratio 4:3. Okay. Now look at here. So previously we saw for two persons A and B. Here we can see for three objects, three persons A, B and C. It is like there are three persons A and B. They are moving at a speed. They are moving at a speed and the speed ratios are 3:4:5. So we are asking what is the time ratio. So previously what we saw? Speed ratio is 3:4. Time ratio would be 4:3. So what can we do here? So we should not write 5:4:3. This one is totally wrong here. So what can we do here is the basic steps. Inversely proportional. So 1/3 and here time would be 1/4 and here speed would be, again time for C would be 1/5. Now here take LCM of 3, 4 and 5. So what's the LCM? You will be getting 60. Okay. So LCM of 3, 4 and 5. How will you find? For consecutive numbers, if you are going to find LCM is just multiply all the numbers. If you are going to find LCM for consecutive numbers means just multiply numbers. 3 into 4, 12 into 5, 60. So LCM is 60. So multiply 60 here for each term. Multiply 60 for each term here. Then what happens? 3 ones are 3, 20 times. So time ratio for A is 20. Then what about here? 4 ones are 4, 15 times. For B it is 15. For C it is 12. 5 ones are 5 12s are. So now just cancel it. Can we cancel? No. Why? Because when we are cancelling we have to divide by a common table. So 12, 15 and 20 is not divisible by a one common table. So the time ratio here is 20:15:12. Okay. Or if you want one shortcut means look at here. This is the basic method how to find the time ratio. So what I am going to do here is I am going to tell you a shortcut here. A:B:C. The speed ratio is 3:4:5. What is time ratio? To find time ratio of A, hide the value of A here and multiply 4 and 5. 4 into 5, right? 20 here. To find time ratio for B, hide the value of B here and multiply 3 into 5. You will be getting 15. And for C, hide C value and multiply A and B. 3 into 4, you will be getting 12. So the same values you will be getting here. Is that clear? To get value of A, hide A value and multiply B and C. To get B value, hide B and multiply A and C. 3 into 5, 15. To get C value, hide C value and multiply A and C. 3 into 4, 12. Okay. That's how we calculate the speed ratios and time ratios. So next we can move on to the basic problems. The main thing while solving is the conversion is main thing. Why? Because in question they will tell in kilometer or meter something. In question they will ask in kilometer, but look at the answer. They are asking in seconds. So conversion is the main important thing in time, speed and distance here. So look at the question here. A train is travelling at a rate of 45 kilometer per hour. So I can tell speed of a train is 45 kilometer per hour. Okay. Next is they are asking how many seconds it will take. How many seconds, which means they are asking the time in terms of seconds. Look at here, they are asking the time in terms of seconds. Okay. It will take to cover a distance of 4 by 5 kilometer. So, the distance here is 4 by 5 of kilometer. So, speed they have given in kilometer per hour. Okay. Distance they have given in kilometer. We are asked to find time, not in hours. They are asking to find in seconds. So, we have to convert everything here. So, first convert the speed. How will you convert? Kilometer per hour to meter per second. So, 45 into 5 by 18. Okay. So, 9 5s are 9 2s are. So, what I am getting here is 25 by 2 meter per second. That is the speed of the train after converting. Okay. Next, distance. Distance convert to meter. What I said previously, 1 kilometer is 1000 seconds. Sorry, 1000 meter here. Okay. So, converting means it is 4 by 5 into 1000. So, 5 ones are 5 200 times. You will be getting 4 into 200 800 meter. So, I have converted all the values. So, next substitute in the formula. How to find time taken? Time is equal to distance by speed. Okay. So, what is distance here? Distance is 800 meter. And what about speed? Speed is 25 by 2 meter per second. Right? 25 here. 25 by 2. So, what happens to the 2? The 2 goes to the numerator. So, you will be having 800 into 2 divided by 25. Okay. So, 25 1 times 25, 32 times 800. So, 32 into 2 you will be getting 64, which is 64 seconds. So, your answer is option B here. So, note it down ma. In question we are having in kilometer per hour and kilometer, but in answer part they are asking in seconds. So, we have to convert everything in terms of meter per second. Okay. We can just move on to next problem here. So, look at the second sum here. Here, an aeroplane covers a certain distance. They have not given the distance here. So, certain distance means take it as d here. Distance I am taking as d. Okay. At a speed of 240 kilometer per hour. So, speed here is 240 kilometer per hour. Okay. In 5 hours. So, the time is 5 hours. Okay. This is first part here. Now, look at the second part. To cover the same distance in 1 2 by 3 hours. It must travel at the speed of what? So, what must be the speed of the aeroplane? So, from the first part I am having distance as well as time. So, how can I calculate distance? I am having speed and time here. So, distance equal to speed into time. So, I can multiply 240 into 5. You will be getting 1200 kilometer. Okay. So, distance here is 1200 kilometer. So, now to cover the same distance in 1 2 by 3 hours. So, what I said previously, if speed increases, time taken decreases. Okay. Or if time increases, speed decreases. Okay. So, what happens here? Here the time is decreasing. If time decreases, speed to reach would be increase. Okay. So obviously the speed would be above 240. Okay. So now we are having distance and then we are having time taken. How to find speed? So speed is equal to distance by time taken. Okay. What is distance? Distance I am having here this 1200. What about time? Time we are having in terms of mixed fraction. First convert into fraction. So 3 into 1, 1 plus 2. Okay. 3 into 1 plus 2 is 5. 5 divided by 3 hours. So write the time here, 5 by 3. So by 3 goes to the top here. So into 3. So 5 ones are 5, 240 times. Okay. 240 into 3, you will be getting 720 kilometer per hour. So in the first part we are having, they have given the speed as well as time. Using that we can find the distance here. Okay. Now for the same distance, but we have to cover in 1, 2 by 3 hours. They are asking what is time taken. Okay. So they are asking what is the speed. So speed equal to distance by time. Okay. Distance here is 1200 divided by 5 by 3. You will be getting 720 kilometer per hour. So answer is option D here. With this we can just move on to next problem. Okay. Look at here. A boy goes to school. So he is going to school from his house at a speed of 3 kilometer per hour. Okay. So take this as his house. From his house he is going to school. Okay. So he is going at a speed of 3 kilometer per hour. Okay. After going, he is returning home. He is returning at a speed of 2 kilometer per hour. He is going to school and coming back at a speed of 2 kilometer per hour. So if he takes 5 hours in going and coming, which means from house he is going to school and from school coming back to house. So it takes 5 hours. So it takes 5 hours. Okay. So what is the distance between the house and school? That is your question. Okay. So just look at here. There is a concept based on that. Here this is house. Okay. And this is the school, and the distance between them is, take it as D. Okay. So boy going at a speed of S1 kilometer per hour and coming back at a speed of S2 kilometer per hour. Okay. And T be the total time taken. T be the total time taken. Okay. So here total time taken means the time taken, let me write TT, total time taken. So total time taken means the time taken by the boy to go from house to school. Let us tell us T1. Okay. So and time taken by the boy from school to house, let us tell us T2. So this total time taken. Okay. So what is time taken here? Time taken means it is distance by speed. What is the distance here? From house to school, it is D. From house to school is moving at what speed? Is moving at speed S1. distance by speed. So, okay. Next, T2. T2 means the time taken from school to reach his house. Okay. Again, what's the distance? Distance being same. Okay. So, D. But what is the time taken, ma? Time taken is, speed is, he is coming at a speed of S2. This is total time taken, T. So, now what we can do here? Here, take out D common. So, T is equal to D into 1 by S1 plus 1 by S2. Now, do a cross multiply here. So, time is equal to distance into S2 into 1, or write as S1 plus S2. You will be getting as 1 into S1 plus 1 into S2, okay, divided by S1 into S2. So, this is the formula we can use there. Okay. So, to find distance, what we can do here? So, we have to find distance. So, distance equal to time into S1 into S2, or I can tell S1 into S2 into time divided by S1 plus S2. So, to find distance, this is the formula we are going to use there. So, distance equal to S1 into S2 divided by S1 plus S2 into the time. Okay. What we saw the formula there? Distance is equal to S1 into S2 divided by S1 plus S2 into time. So, the thing is, when you are mug upping formulas, don't just mug up. Know how those formulas came. Okay. So, this is the explanation for how this formula came here. Okay. So, what is S1? 3 kilometer per hour. So, 3. What is S2? S2 is 2 kilometer per hour divided by S1 plus S2, which is 3 plus 2. What is time? The total time taken is 5 hours. So, multiply by 5. So, what are you getting here? 3 into 2, 6. 6 divided by 3 plus 2, 5 into 5. So, 5 cancel, you will be getting 6 kilometer. So, your final answer is option A.